You cannot remember the peace of deep sleep, but you know that there was peace. You can't remember that peace because peace is not an event, because that peace does not exist at a point in time and space. Peace is natural to the state of being. What I have realized is that there is an ultimate state, a perpetual state, which does not depend on time. It is ever present, and as soon as attention moves away from the mind and does not land on any object, what is felt is the peace of this natural state. It does not take any time or effort to enter into this state. So don't take this the wrong way and go seeking for it. You are already in that supreme state. This state of being aware. It is most natural to you. But the belief in your mortality, the belief in death, is blinding you to the perfection of this state. The state of being aware is the entire realm of possibility, and in itself emptied of misconceptions. This is peace. Let us try to clear up some of these misconceptions. This state of being aware that you are so familiar with is the ground state, the natural state, against the backdrop of which any other state can come and go. There's no coming and going out of this state. So you could ask, are rocks in this state too then? But there are no rocks other than in the state of consciousness, a transient state that comes and goes. Rocks and plants and animals only exist as separate things in the state of consciousness. But in the absence of consciousness, in the ground state of just being aware, without being aware of anything in particular, there are no separate things, no time, and no space. This is not the ground state of individual entities or of a particular mind. This is the ground state of reality, if you want to add anything to that statement. The ground state of reality. Sat Chit Ananda. Presence, awareness, peace. You may say that the being aware and present part is obvious, but where is the peace? You cannot remember that peace, because that peace is not an event. It is not the kind of experience you turn your mind towards. It does not exist at a point in time and space. Peace is natural to the state of being. So you do not try to remember it or turn the mind towards it. But you can most definitely feel it. It is a palpable peace that you can feel right now while awake. Because this is the ever-present state. The awareness of just being is bliss. All you need to do is be aware of your own being, which in fact is not really a doing. It is just natural when the contents of the mind are not taking center stage. You see, everyone spends all day, every day, chasing something. That something is this peace. The contentment everyone imagines they will get at the end of all their desires, when all that they want to achieve has been achieved. And the assumption is not wrong. The contentment is there to be had. But there is no real criteria to enjoy it. You do not need to wait to achieve all you want in life to be at peace. This is an unconditional peace. Or maybe just there's one condition: that you don't give all your attention to what is going on in this body and mind. And so at the end of every day, you lose interest in the mind and enter into this peace very naturally. But how about getting to know this peace while awake? And now you may begin to wonder if you could feel it all the time. But no, it is not like that. When time takes center stage, there is space and all in it. And this peace will go unnoticed. It is only when you turn your gaze away from this realm of space and time can you feel this peace. Listen. Let go of the relative and consider the absolute. It is only from the absolute standpoint that you know this peace. So let us put the relative perspective to the side and consider the absolute standpoint. When this body dies, the universe will remain. It will make no difference to the universe. So what you're seeing right now is the universe from this body's perspective. This perspective is subjective. So this perspective will go. But what does the universe really look like? From the true perspective, the absolute standpoint. After this body dies, after this mind dissipates, what will the universe be like? What is it really like? Without all the colors and shapes, without sounds and sensations, without thought or memory. What is left? Just being aware, without being aware of. That is the absolute standpoint. Neither subjective nor objective, but real. Known to you as the you that is there to wake up. The you that receives the first experience, that gets disturbed from the peace of deep sleep, the peace of just being. This absolute you is what is being pointed out by the sense that I am, I exist, I am here. This is the you that was there to start dreaming. And this is the identity you're happy to return to at the end of every day and at the end of every dream. And this is the identity through which you can feel that palpable peace. In any moment. Because peace is not an event. It does not exist at some point in the future. It is available to you as the mark of your own presence. The consensus reality seems to be that we are all individuals living in a common world. But it is these worlds that are varied and subjective. Each world is unique. And the universe, as it really is, aside from any subjective experience of it, is this: just being, pure being, just being conscious without being conscious of anything in particular. That is peace. You cannot remember the peace of deep sleep, because peace is not an event, because that peace does not exist at a point in time and space. You cannot remember the peace of deep sleep, but you can feel it now. The peace of just being. So just be aware of being conscious. Be conscious of just being. Even for a moment, Turn away from all else and just be conscious of being. Not being one of many or anything in particular, but that perfect, indivisible whole, present and aware and at peace. Peace is not an event. Peace is the basis of existence, the ground state of all there is. So what will you chase now during your days? Is there anything of worth other than this peace?